Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Spartans will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Napier. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Can't get him to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Murphy. The screen. He can go. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. The Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. The give on the inside. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Right back to the well. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that does. That reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physical.
There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Childs. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
And the Spartans are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Leaves it with the back. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
To throw, it's Murphy. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration.
Spins away from one. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching play.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in.
He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Childs. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. On the run, it's Hughes. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on short kick.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We've played 1. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. The Ducks line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Might as well give it to him again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Looking to throw, it's Childs. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, sweet feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them.
Oh, he's got some space. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
In football, you really turn quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. On the move, he fires. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Gets away from one, finds some space. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
To the air, it's Childs. With the catch, it's Marsh. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got it on the run. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They are up by 7 over Georgia Tech. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. To the air, it's Murphy. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Firing deep. Snatches it on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The give on the option. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. To the air, it's Childs. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just had a nice little pitch and catch session.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. Working their way closer and closer. A third-down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Fielded in the end zone. It's Napier. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Childs. They've got the screen set up. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. take on the option to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50. 3rd and long, on any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now, 1st and goal.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down.
And I love the defense here, playing downhill, playing fast, understanding it's 3rd and goal. I don't have as much space behind me. I can be more aggressive on that touch pass. They come up, they set the edge, and make the big tackle.
More to the air. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Follows a good block there. Picks up 3s out to the 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls it in. It's Mark. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Looking for a man. It's Childs. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Off the play fake on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends hanging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Got it looking for a first. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Going deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Child. Snagged out of the air. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are out there.
There he goes! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks so much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time.
Good right down the boulevard. And they go back on top. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Napier. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Moore will throw. They go to the wide receiver screen.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Rushes on him. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Napier. Knocked off his feet.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drill.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. The give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Back to throw, it's Murphy. And he drops it just his eye off of it at the last minute.
Yeah, and as a defense, you're going, one more stop. One more stop. It's fourth down. We're in the 2-minute situation. You know they're throwing the football. You get one more stop. You got the lead. You get the ball back, and this game is over.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this fourth and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead.
It's a fumble! And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. The short hands. It's McCray. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Back to pass. It's Childs. Punts it out of the air. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard just as he just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Complete to the left. He's got the first down and gets out of bounds. 22 ticks remain.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Unloads it left. Intercepted for the 11th time.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.